Hello everybody, Jake your resident content cowboy here, yeehaw, and what you are taking a look at is Toucannons. This is a Toucannon Arceus EX Oricorio deck. I saw this deck played in a tournament by a player named Dizzy Slays, and I thought I had to try it out for myself. I think there are a few things I might tweak on it, but in general, I absolutely love this deck. So it combines a few things that are amazing. It plays with Oricorio, so certain decks your opponents just brick super hard. You have Arceus that you can power up for multiple energy and do really solid damage. Of course, you also can't get damaged by any status conditions. And you have Toucannon. This card is legit very strong. With Rare Candy, you are swinging for 70 damage on a single energy, and this pairs well with Ilima, which also pairs with Arceus. I just think this is such a cool combo. So Ilima allows you to pull Arceus or Toucannon if it has damage on it back to your hand. With the very little energy needed for Toucannon, you're not punished super hard when you do need to put it back in your hand. And again, you have just so many amazing moments with Oricorio. I hope you enjoy it. I absolutely loved it. Yeehaw. We're going into water. What if the Witcher got rid of Geralt? Aren't they kind of doing that too? Agree to disagree, but yes. If you like The Last of Us 2, which I do like The Last of Us 2, I think that's reasonable. If you like it more than the first, I honestly can't understand how. If I'm being real, like I couldn't understand how you could like it more than the first. I can understand someone liking it. That's not insane. More than the first? How? How's it even like? It's a lot worse in my opinion. Not familiar with The Last of Us 2. Why was it worse? It's like, think of any game you like, and then the next game, they take all the stuff you liked, and they're like, you shouldn't have liked that. And you're like, what? But I did. And they're like, yeah, I don't know why, though. Don't do that. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then they're like, yeah, you're dumb for liking any of that. Here's other things. Do you like other things? I guess. I don't know why I'm playing it for other things. I kind of was planning on playing it for the things I liked, and they're like, no, don't do that. This is such a weird hand. 2 had better gameplay and visuals. Yeah, it was a game made much later. True. True. Cyrus, gosh, it's such a odd start. I thought they might bury last turn, which is why I didn't put any energy on Picky Peck yet, but they didn't. They could have it now, though. As someone who's never played The Last of Us, I like the show. I understand that people are attached to the games, books, whatever. You almost hate adaptations. No, the show's actually a great adaptation of the game. It's really great. I think they've done a phenomenal job adapting the game. The second game is not as good as the first, that's all. Okay. It's a weird situation to be in, but I mean, I am going to take the KO here. I think I have to. It's just too juicy. It's got 2 energy on it. I don't want it to attack. I know they bring in Oricorio, and, you know, it is what it is, but... You just didn't like the second game? No. Again, I think people misconstrue how players feel about the second game. It's not that I didn't like it. It's that it's a lot worse than the first. A lot worse. I did like it, but it is not as good as the first game. It was a choice going the route they did. My take on it is that they knew they couldn't tell as good of a story as the first game. So they kind of went with like a cop-out story, you know? That's my take. They couldn't tell as good of a story, so they were like, well, we'll just, you know, we'll just subvert expectations. The classic, I don't know how to top this storytelling trope these days. What if instead of giving the audience something they want, we give them something they don't want and say they're dumb when they don't like it as much? Brilliant! Can you make The Last Jedi also? Yeah, I can. I can make, I'll do that too. Yeah, there are fake spragels in Unite. There are fake ones. Why do writers have to put their fingerprint on stories instead of just giving people what they want? Well, I think there's nothing wrong with making the story you want, but there's also nothing wrong with people going, I didn't like that story. You get both, right? I mean, you get to make whatever piece of art you want as an artist, and people get to look at that and go, I didn't like that. I wish you would have made something different, because I would have liked something different, you know? Like, I'm all for people, like, you get to make anything you want, but you also don't get to make whatever you want and try to manage people's reaction to it, right? Like, you get to make it, and people get to like it or not like it. Some people love The Last of Us 2. I didn't particularly enjoy it. And that's life. I think I will go mid Evo here. I feel like The Last of Us 2 has people that don't like it and people whose entire personality is not liking it. You can get sucked into that, I think, right? You can get really sucked into like, you just hate things too much, you know? It's easy trap to fall into, I think. It's tough because people have real emotional connections to a lot of this stuff, so I get it, you know? I'm very disappointed with the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I love Star Wars, and sometimes the more you love something, the easier it is to hate on it. It's just, you know, what can you do? I love Star Wars so much that I really don't like it at times, you know? It's just like, that's life. I will say The Last of Us 2 Reddit is super toxic to Bella Ramsey. Yeah, people are being crazy about that. She's a pretty good Ellie. I don't think she's the best Ellie. I have to be honest, but I think she's a pretty good Ellie. I think people are just, you know, people can get wild, man. I do think she's a pretty good Ellie. But you know people on the internet. Is this person just cooked? Not really, because that Rayquaza could save him. Rayquaza's gonna Draco Meteor 4 times for 40 damage. Depending on how it hits, they could win. Could this be a Lunala deck? It could be, but you can't Lunala Ray EX. It only works for Psychics. You know? You can Lunala anything? I thought it... Oh, it only works with Psychic Energy. Is that what it is? Sorry, guys. My brain's not working. Mars, that's fine. We should have used the capes knowing this, but it's not a big deal. Super Honey Badgers, thank you so much for the 7 months, buddy. We're just waiting. They get to bring in Rayquaza next turn. Interesting. Cyrus. I can Cyrus next turn. I could retreat into Toucannon. I could attack with Arceus right now to get us closer. Toucannon gets us even closer, huh? Let's attack. Let's see how I want to play this Ilima. Depends on how they hit me with Draco Meteor. Alright. Alright, Ray. Oh, they're still not doing it. I guess I take the KO then, yeah? I thought they were going to swing. They didn't. Do you not get a win streak bonus in Ultra? You don't anymore now. We just take the KO here. They needed to bring in Ray last turn. I don't know why they didn't. They could Mars me again, I guess. So there's still options. They could get all 4 onto Arceus EX. Red, okay. I don't think there's a way they can win this game right now without a Mars right here, right? They'd have to Mars me. Because without Mars, I have Cyrus. Yeah. Okay. GG. Give me that. He needs insane RNG. He'd need more than that. He'd need more than insane RNG. I don't think there's any way he could win. Even if he gets all his hits, they have to Mars. Because they have to get Cyrus out of my hand. Hey, this is the midway point of the video where I want to know from you, what is a card you've tried to make work in this meta and it just hasn't worked for you? Let me know in the comments. We might have to just power Arceus here. Let's see what we get. We get Oricorio. Not bad, but I don't have the rare candy for the Picky Peck, so I might just have to retreat into the Oricorio, right? Picky Peck might just be not long for this world. Obviously, rare candy next turn is GG if they don't put any other cards down. They have Skarmory, though. Teleporting. Cape. Cape gives us one more turn on Picky Peck, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we just have to power. Not a great start for us hand-wise. Really far behind already. If they don't have a tool, we maybe do okay. Maybe. They have to brick on their tools, and they don't. Other Skarmory. There's a way where we play Arceus and we just pray for Ilima. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. Professors. Trumbeak, rare candy. Pretty late, buddy. Okay. What's up, Zoinks? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I don't think we can make much happen in this one. We're just too far behind. We didn't get any of our cards when we needed them. I still have one Oricorio to protect against Solgaleo, but if Arceus goes in, we lose, so I don't know. I'd have to Arceus Ilima into Oricorio. Even then, I don't think so. We'll see. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Man. Isn't it crazy that there's a multiverse where I'm winning right now? $4,000 cards and not one crown rare. It took me almost 10,000 cards to hit a god pack. Long time. What's been my favorite deck of the day? I don't know. I have to look back at it. We're just so dead. We were playing a Togedemaru deck that was really fun. This has been pretty fun. Oricorio. Some energy on it. Giant cape. Ultimate force. I can take one Solgaleo hit. Dang. Now we can't. And that's game. No, we definitely can't. Okay. Pokeball. Gives us pick a pack. Okay, so the play here is Ilima into Oricorio. Back into Arceus. Zap. Now they have to get Skarmory out of there. Rare candy. They could Sabrina me. Unfortunately, I don't have a single retreat. I have Ilima. Okay. Oh, they didn't have it. Oh, they didn't have it. The Ilima saves. The Ilima saves. Oh, that's a different attack? Oh, nice. What does it do? I gotta try it. 2 energy, 80 damage plus burn. Oh, dang. That's pretty nice. Oh, with a chance to burn. I don't like that. Never mind. Chance to burn, I don't think works. Start an Arceus EX. Not our favorite start. Rowlet. Pretty mean. Alright, gang. Pokeball could give us some good stuff. We have Ilima to pull Arceus if they do damage to it. How am I? I'm doing good, Rich. How are you, buddy? We have Toucannon. We have Rare Candy as well. Now, the nice thing for them, or Choreo, is they don't have to attack the active spot, right? We could try to force them to, but they don't have to. This is tricky. I did, yeah. I didn't have great luck with it. I think I want to try another deck with it. I just didn't have very good luck with it. I think a Alolan Raichu I just was struggling with. Okay. Now, what I can do is Professors, Ilima, and Picky-Peck. So we Picky-Peck, and we Oricorio. I could power Oricorio. Let's see. I think I might run it with something like maybe Snorlax Berry or something like that. That might be a way to do it. Okay. They're hitting Oricorio. Rare Candy are Toucannon. I'm just gonna pull Arceus right now. Put the other Oricorio on the bench. So now they're in an interesting spot. They're gonna want to evolve if they can. Toucannon's quite strong, but if they evolve, they can't hit the Oricorios, right? So, yeah. Not great for them currently. Not the end of the world either. They could evolve the back Decidueye and hit for 80. Okay, they're still going to chip the Oricorios. Bonk. 70 damage is a lot. It is a lot. They got the cape. They've got Decidueye, right? Do they not have it yet? Dude, they're bricking so hard on whatever they've got. Holy. Wow. They don't have it. Jeez. Louise. I feel bad for them. Not that bad, but I do feel bad. Not that bad. If they evolve Lily, I don't know. Rare Candy, evolve. Erica, okay. Okay. They hit. Picky-Peck. Now I just do this. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take my boy. Pretty rough. I don't know what else they got. But if they only has Decidueyes, there's nothing they can do. I guess we could just go for a while. He could, like, wear out the clock, kind of. Right? It's got a lot of HP. I wish we would get more free stuff from winning in ranked, like a bar that says all 5 win 10 hourglasses every day only. Oh yeah, to like encourage people to play daily. Yeah, but I think they don't want to encourage people to do that. I think they're kind of happy with how the game works. Like, very friendly to people who mostly want to collect, but also friendly to people who want to grind for like a cool emblem and stuff like that. It would be cool to have more rewards, but you don't want people to feel like if they don't play, they can't get anything, you know? And I think that's what they're worried about. Like, you feel like if I'm not playing, like, I can't get anything in the game, you know? Do I care about other picky pack? Not really. And I could. They could take an Oricorio down. What made you put Arceus in this deck? It's just a good card with a full bench. You can do a lot of damage. It would be nice to have it right now, right? Boom. Oricorio can now survive a Meow hit. Thank you, Ted Bear Shaky, by the way, for the Prime, buddy. Appreciate the support. Bring in Decidueye. Does 80. Come here, buddy. Peck him. Peck. A little peck. Very good peck. A very good peck, everybody. Now Decidueye can hit Toucannon, and that's about it. They could use Sabrina to mess with me a little bit. They've got another Sprigatito. Holy moly. It's not over. They KO with Razor Leaf. I have to bring in Oricorio here, yeah? To hit for 50. Is that right? Brings them down to 90, but they could still have a Lily. They could Lily here. They could Meow as well. Okay. That was a war of attrition. We're just going and going and going. I think I finally wore him out. And he was like, I don't know, man. Just end it. Just end it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you. I'll see y'all next time. We did it.